Is this the marketplace? It's a far cry from how I remember it. The stores have changed, and so have the
It's... What is the almighty Shogun doing?
Isn't the Shogun sick?
Well, what did you expect? The almighty Shogun makes an impromptu appearance in town? People are gonna freak out a bit.
Patrolling the streets is the Tenryou Commission's job. The Shogun has a lot of information to process and orders to give out. She doesn't have time to deal with it herself. Additionally, the Shogun has no need of recreation. There would be no need for her to come here just to pass the time or to...
So, what do we do now? Should we go away for a while and make a more...
Why? It's not like I'm here to cause trouble.
It was more the ordinary people that Paimon was worried about. Never mind. This definitely...
People still use Mora in commercial transactions, I assume.
Yep, same as ever. Just as shiny and just as hypnotic. Wait a second. Hey, are you saying you don't have any Mora either?
Of course I don't. There is no need for commerce in the plane of Euthymia. If I ever need something, I can simply have one of the commissions bring it to me. Wait, what do you mean, either? Anyway, people seem to be behaving in a very orderly fashion. I don't see the liveliness you spoke of anywhere.
People aren't exactly gonna let their hair down in front of the almighty Shogun.
What is this stall selling? I don't believe I've ever seen this before.
What's the Shogun doing here? What am I supposed to do in this situation? I'm so nervous. Shogun,
It's all right. Relax. I'm just here to look around. I'm having a change of pace today. Could you tell me about the items you're selling?
Of course. I've got all kinds of snacks here. Takoyaki, dango, and milk, and so on.
Huh? Milk?
It might sound odd, but it is in fact my special. You see, many of the stores in town are already very well established. I couldn't compete with them no matter what I sell. So my idea was to create some new combinations to give customers a novel experience. For example, my latest concoction is this dango milk. When the dango are worked into a viscous form, they mix very nicely with the milk. The focus is not just the taste, but also the unique texture.
Ah, dango with milk. I've never...
I'm sorry, Shogun. I've got no bone to pick.
I said relax. There's no need to go treading on eggshells. Do you really think the eternity I pursue is something that can be shaken?
Why do I feel like she's different than I expected? Actually, it came to me by chance. A friend was catering once and made too many dango, so they gave some to me. But there were more than I had use for. My milk wasn't selling well at that time either. Both dango and milk, so I thought I'd try mixing the two as I had nothing to lose. To my surprise, in the right proportion, it tasted so...
A chance combination. Interesting.
The almighty Shogun wants to try? Well, certainly.
Nice. It's sweet. But...
Yeah, it's definitely a drink, but it also feels like eating food.
It's a little bit like... porridge? Anyway, I like...
I'm very glad you approve.
I imagine that an item as delicious as this dango milk must
Well, I won't lie to you. Sales are very average.
Huh? So it's selling slowly? Why is...
Because most people aren't willing to give it a try. They think it's an unusual combination. Even though everyone who's tried it before... I'm not saying the almighty Shogun has unusual tastes. Please,
Ah, I see. Well, that can be fixed. I'll just have the Yashiro Commission order a few hundred cups and go door-to-door delivering them.
No, Almighty Shogun. That's too much.
Is it? I just want them to try it. It would be a shame for them to miss out on dango milk. Of course. I've heard that most humans like desserts, so it's not unusual that I should enjoy them too. There's nothing like dessert for improving one's mood. Much more enjoyable than... By the way, Miko mentioned that she founded something called the Yai Publishing House to sell some sort of... She's always bragging to me about it, but it's difficult for me to really imagine without seeing the place for myself. Can you take me there?
Sure! Let's go and have a look!
Shogun! Almighty Shogun! What brings you to the Yai Publishing House? Do you have instruction?
No, not at all. Don't be so nervous.
Apologies. I still don't quite understand. Are you here to look into the management? Or publishing regulations, or...
She just wants to browse your book.
The Almighty Shogun wishes to...
Yes. Any recommendation?
The Yai Publishing House's novels are mostly targeted at the general public, and the content is all kinds of...
I'm just here to try something new. There's no fun in reading the same kind of thing over and over again. Relax. It's just words on a page, isn't it? What could I misunderstand, really?
In principle, you're absolutely right. It's...
It'll be fine. If there's anything the Shogun doesn't understand, we'll explain it to her.
Well... Okay, then. Please proceed to the bookshelf over there. It has all the latest bestsellers. There are some winning entries from the This Novel is Amazing competition. I've just finished compiling them into a saleable form. Don't take them too seriously. It's all just a...
Okay. Let's go, then. Huh. How can this be? Did I underestimate the caliber of this material? I know every individual word in these books' titles, so why is it that they make no sense to me in these particular... Take this one, for example. The good thing about being reincarnated as a hilly churl is that... It's so long. Is it true that hilly churls grow stronger from eating Sunsetias?
It's just a narrative device.
Narrative device. So it's... made up? What's the point of that? Without being Also, I'm fairly certain that hilly churls can't write stories. So, does this author claim to be...
Paimon's starting to understand Kuroda's reservations right about now. How about we choose for you? We can pick out some novels that are easier to understand.
All right, then. I believe myself to be relatively well-read, but with stories like these... I have high hopes, though. This seems like Miko's style, so I'm sure the stories are very entertaining.
All right, leave it to us. We'll be back in a jiffy. This could be a pretty tough job. Let's see what we're up against. What a strange person. Why would someone want to... Someone like that could easily become the top martial arts pro in the world. You do have a point. And a character so determined to follow their ambition is likely to appeal to A, right? With a premise like this, it's no wonder Kuroda was nervous about letting A look around. Paimon thinks it might be best not to bring this one up with A. We might get the author in trouble. Well, if someone turned into Paimon and did a bunch of stuff this Paimon would never do, Paimon would feel really The suspense is killing! Paimon only skimmed through, but Paimon can tell this girl has loved the main character with all her heart since childhood. Yeah, she has so much... The plot is really gripping. But would A really under... That's all of them! Let's try to explain them to A.
The looks on your faces tell me you found some good stories. Goodness. Are people in Liyue really so complex these days? Even though the protagonist refuses to acknowledge his innate talents, he has a rare... Where is he now? Does he have plans to visit Inazuma? If so, I will instruct one of the commissioners to bring him to...
He's a fictional character. He doesn't exist. What about the antagonist, though? Don't you have any thoughts about their part in the story?
The antagonists? You mean all the people who behaved foolishly? What can I say? They're bad people, and they all got what they deserved.
A doesn't seem interested in the supporting characters. So what do you think of Yae Publishing House's light novels, eh? Do you like the stories we picked?
What I take from these stories is not so much the content itself, but what they represent in terms of the effects. Back when I decided to isolate myself in the plain of Euthymia, there was no Yae Publishing House, and certainly no stories of this kind. In accordance with my wishes, the Shogun did her best to create an eternal nation. A nation that, in theory, should remain entirely unchanged over time. But the fact is that both the food and the stories have changed with time. I disagree with your point of view. That's what I would say if we were... But the truth is right here in front of my eyes. And I can't deny...
And that's exactly why we brought you out, to take a look around and get some fresh ideas. Sure, it's not the same as you remember, but one way or another, people are loving life in the present. That's gotta be a good...
Yes, you're right. I'm wary of any and all change. But I do not wish for my pursuit of eternity. Thank you for inviting me out. This trip has been quite eye-opening for me. This may be an everyday occurrence for you, but for me, this trip has been quite an occasion. I've seen a lot, and it's made me think a lot. I really can't praise it highly enough. I hope I will remember it for a long time.
Ooh, great idea! A's had a wonderful time and...
Take a photo? Once again, I'm faced with a...
It's okay. Come with us. We'll find a scenic spot and show you what we mean.